Our anthem, please. Do you have it? No. Okay, it's good. We have referenced our fatherland, our motherland. We may be seated in the presence of the Almighty God. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, it gives me a great pleasure and with a very, very sense of responsibility as the national president of this great association of ours to coordinate, host this very august occasion. And I want to sincerely welcome everybody to this special and very, very special meeting. Many of us, of course, are very familiar with this hall. It's a hall that we have our meeting monthly. However, this meeting is not just an ordinary meeting. It is a call to duty. Since 2008, by the very vision of one of our past presidents, Elder Adegboyega Dikito, this association decorated Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as our grand patron. And he has actually lived up to his responsibility. And we played a role while he was gunning for the presidency. And it's 2 years already. So we are here to fraternize, to identify with him the more, and to talk about his achievements in the last 2 years, especially looking at this midterm report. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, that is my opening remark. Before I proceed to read the prepared speech, for all our members, the speech is already posted on our various platforms. But for the media, a hard copy has been prepared for you. And for any media house that also needs soft copy, it can also be provided. But before we proceed, we would like to appear, we would like to announce appearances. It's like when you go to the court of law, a lot of media houses are here. So we'll call on Abdul Rashid, EcoFlow, to coordinate the authentication and media appearances so that we know who is who. We know some are still on their way, so that we know where we are here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, everyone.
No coordinating
Thanks for
print media. láàrin fridge so àwọn electronics media àwọn náà lè work out.
Because we are supposed to be the champion of environmental sustainability. So the speech is already shared on our platform, so you can download the soft copy and follow through as the president go through the speech. For the media house, we welcome the Guardian, Vanguard, Bond FM, TVC, District News, The Nation, and NTA in our list. We're still waiting for some of the media houses. As they arrive, we'll make the announcement. So I will quickly start with Guardian. I'll start with Madam Agbola Shakirat.
Please let's welcome them. Let's appreciate them. Thank you.
Madam, please let's welcome and appreciate our media guests. Thank you. That is the press release. Okay, the next is Vanguard. Mr.
It's okay. It's okay. He said he's going to. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
TVC News, Mr. Ola Awako.
And team.
Please let's appreciate their presence. TVC News, Mr. Ola Awako. Okay. District News, Mr. Oluwaseyi Adoro. And The Nation, Mr. Tajudeen Adebanjo. Arise is also here. Thank you very much. NTA is here.
NTA, two NTA. NTA network.
We have two representatives.
NTA network, NTA local.
Thank you very much.
Radio Nigeria, is it not there?
Radio Nigeria is also here.
Tari.
Radio Nigeria is also here. Very, very important. We appreciate your presence. Thank you so much.
News Agency of Nigeria, where is it?
The News Agency of Nigeria.
Hey, let him come to the front now.
Please. You need to make an appearance. Please come forward. Thank you. Okay, one more for NTA News. Thank you. Please, you need to bring on. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, without further ado, I will return the mic to the president to comment the press release. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said earlier, this is a call to duty, and we are obligated to show our solidarity with our grand patron, the Jagaban of the universe, whom at the time this association also decorated as the Generalissimo of the Environment. Here is my speech. And of course, I will skip the title. Protocols, I would like to recognize the presence of the past president of this association and the past ESCO, starting from Elder Adegboyega Adepiton, who also incidentally is the chairman of the board of trustees of this great association. Baba Dekito, you are most welcome, sir. I also like to recognize the presence of Pastor Olabode Koka, who is also a past president of this association. I would like to recognize all the elders, starting from Alhaji Balogun, member, Elders Council, Elders Committee, Alhaji Muhammad Ayinde, member, Elders Committee, Baba Nureni Saka, member, Elders Committee, Elders Council, ordained elder, Dike Ariyibi Bolahon. Also recognizing elder gentlemen. So I also have, I'm recognizing the people on this side. I also have here seated, though on this side of the table, because he's also performing another role, Alhaji Oladipo Egbeyemi, who is also a past president of this association. He is currently the ex-officio of this association. I would also like to, let me go jump to that side and I'll come back. Mrs. Bamidele Galko, an elder in her very own right and a past secretary of this association. All of you are recognized, but I'm recognized, so I will jump somebody and go to Elder Olusegun Marcus. Is a past everything in this country, in Lagos. A past permanent secretary, super permanent secretary, past registrar of Lagos University, University, past secretary of Loma. In fact, they created Loma. So I recognize you, sir. And I will jump to another elder, Mama Waolawumi, Mama Mubalko. And I will jump to another super elder, Alaja Faaji Oye Balogun, aka Faaji, aka Umalube. I would also like to recognize another elder, Mrs. Adejube of Yet and Again. My sister from the way back, like Ayadamimole. I can pick some elders at the back. Mama Faith and Blessing, I recognize you. Mrs. Alaba Adal. So those are the ones that my eyes can actually catch. But for those that I can't see, ladies and gentlemen, all of you are sincerely recognized, ladies and gentlemen. Now I go to my speech. Preamble. The Association of Waste Managers of Nigeria is a professional and an umbrella body for all waste management companies and practitioners in Nigeria, with over 2,000 nano, micro, small and medium enterprises and organizations as its members across the federation. Collectively, our member companies and organizations have created over 1 million direct and indirect employment opportunities for Nigeria. Since 2008, the association had bestowed the highest honor and recognition on His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, based on his pioneering and performance programs on waste management in Lagos State as the executive governor. Lagos was once tagged as the dirtiest state in the world. That was once tagged as the dirtiest state in the world, was transformed into one of the cleanest cities in Africa, with lots of local and international awards and recognition to show for it. So much so that the then federal government administration of PDP gave 2 different awards to Lagos State for the transformation, aesthetics, job and wealth creation that this industry has created. Due to his sagacity, his tenacity, his dedication and commitment to the environment, to his transformative agenda, job and wealth creation, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whom the association also decorated as the Generalissimo of the Environment, developed a pro-poor homegrown waste management model tagged the PSP. This homegrown waste management system did the magic of transforming Lagos State through house-to-house waste collection and eradicating the mountains of waste that dotted the landscape of the state. Asiwaju's feat and success soon became a reference point and role model that was adopted by close to 30 states in Nigeria. It also attracted many African countries that came to understudy the Lagos model. As an association, we are very proud to be known as one of the sustainable legacy of Asiwaju in Lagos State, and now across the country. We are not ashamed to continually identify with our grand patron. In view of this, we decided to celebrate our grand patron, the Generalissimo of the Environment, on his administration's midterm achievement. Coincidentally, at this particular period, the whole world is also marking and celebrating the 2025 World Environment Day, which is tomorrow, under the theme End Plastic Solution. So our gathering today is not just out of place, it is just timely. And it is timely because this is also the very period that our grand patron is also marking his midterm achievement. And so I dare say to all of you, happy World Environment Day in advance, which is tomorrow. And all of us collectively, we must put our hands together as those that are charged with the responsibility of cleaning the city, of cleaning Nigeria, to ensure that we actually end plastic pollution, and not limiting it to plastic solution alone. Indeed, ensuring that we enthrone effective and efficient integrated waste management, which was the reason why this association, just in this February, organized an international waste management conference tagged with a theme redefining integrated waste management in Nigeria through circular economy. And we must lead the talk. And if you all recall, at that occasion too, this association decided to recognize and decorated Her Excellency, the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Dr. Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, as our grand matron, not because she is the wife of His Excellency, but because she also merited it. Since the time that she was the First Lady in Lagos, she had actually had programs that are also pro-poor, that support effective and efficient waste management, sustainability, and, recycling. And the same thing she is doing, even as the First Lady of Nigeria. I'm saying that offhand. You may not see that in the speech I'm reading. So, it is a great pleasure for us, ladies and gentlemen, to honor our grand patron. May I also say this, ladies and gentlemen of the press, this is not about politics, because our association is actually apolitical. However, the Yoruba people says, "Yini yini, keni o se mi." So, it is about performance. It is about antecedent. It is about the future plans and the renewed hope assurances that we know that the persona of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to bring to bear on the environmental sector in Nigeria. So, below, therefore, are some, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that I couldn't have compiled all the achievements of His Excellency, our grand patron, the Asiwaju of Universe, within Thank you. Like Asiwaju will always say, I will say solo. I remember when Asiwaju was in Lagos. When when songs like this are raised, and after he has listened to it, he will say solo. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. So below, therefore, are the environmental sustainability achievement of the man who saw tomorrow by taming the sea and saved the entire Victoria Island and created the fastest growing industrial and economic hub in Africa, known as Lekki Free Trade Zone, now housing the largest refinery in the whole world. That is a foresight. And that feat, even though it has the economic aspect of it, but it is also more of a sustainability agenda. Because if it didn't tame the sea, the entire Victoria Island will have been washed away. Lagos is actually below the sea level. All of us will remember the threat. In fact, the Babish is washed away. But thank God for His foresight. So, ladies and gentlemen, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration has made notable, and I dare say, significant stride in environmental sustainability, particularly in waste management and circular economy over the last 2 years. Some of these key achievements include, number one, clean tech innovation policy. Asiwaju's administration formulated and nationally validated Nigeria's first clean tech innovation policy aimed at fast-tracking the country's green industrial revolution, climate resilience, and economic diversification. This policy is expected to generate over 500,000 direct and indirect jobs in sectors like agri-tech, renewable energy, circular economy, green transportation, and smart manufacturing. And indeed, our industry is also covered in here. Number two, sustainable energy access project, known as SIP. This is a nationwide clean energy and clean cooking initiative which covers all the 774 local government areas. It is projected to also create nearly 1 million jobs with a focus on youth, on women, and the artisan. And all of us know that Asiwaju is a pro-poor leader. I remember when he was in Lagos as the governor, when Asiwaju is passing through a particular road, and he sees a particular PSP truck that breaks down on the road, our own Asiwaju will come down and stay with them and ask, what is wrong with your truck? Is there something we can do for you? In many occasions, he had gifted them money to encourage. He is a man that appreciates efforts, especially when it comes to the cleaning of the environment. Solo. Thank you very much. Those are the songs of Asiwaju. Even though this is a press conference, ladies and gentlemen, we can't rule out things. When you are eulogizing and recognizing a great leader, tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ aráàlú, you will have people that will be overjoyed. So it is not unexpected, ladies and gentlemen, even though it wasn't planned. But we recognize you. Number three, achievement is circular economy initiatives, which include waste management. The administration of our own grand patron, the Generalissimo of the Environment, is currently promoting a circular economy approach through various initiatives. And I'm going to list or read out those initiatives. One, cassava value chain development. The Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology is currently facilitating the deployment of mechanized and semi-automated processing systems to enhance value addition, reduce post-harvest losses, and create high-impact jobs across communities. This will also include agro waste management projects that will convert agro waste, known as biomass, into energy and electricity. Because the waste that they generate from the agricultural whatever, of course, Asiwaju understand that waste is no longer a waste unless you waste it, which is the slogan that we have developed. And right now, everybody is engendering circular economy, which sees waste not from the cradle to grave, but from cradle to cradle. The second thing is green and blue methanol industrial complex. This administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is building a 7.9 billion euro complex, which is being developed to deliver decarbonization in blue economy and low carbon fuel, reinforcing Nigeria's leadership in Africa's clean energy transition. The next one is national waste and plastic waste management policy. Ìyẹn kàn wá gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n. The Federal Ministry of Environment and her related agency are currently championing sustainable waste management programs that will redefine integrated waste management policies and practice in Nigeria through effective waste collection, waste treatment, waste recycling activities, and circular economy models. The programs at full implementation will create over 5 million direct and indirect employment opportunities in the country. The next thing that is being agendaed through circular economy is research commercialization. The administration of our Jagaban has made a significant push towards research commercialization with industrial scale fabrication of agro-process equipment, including waste management equipment, aimed at improving food security, ensuring environmental sustainability, and reducing post-harvest losses. Number 4, Climate Change Act. His administration enacted in January 2024 the act which aims to reduce greenhouse gas emission with a target to reach net zero carbon emission by 2060 and cut methane gas emission by 30% by 2030. Nigeria has already reduced its greenhouse gas emission by 8% as of early 2024. All these are credited to the President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the man that we call the talk and do. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, number 5 is Clean Cooking Gas Initiative. I'm sure all of us are very much aware of this. In November 2023, shortly barely about some few months after the swearing in of our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu launched this initiative, which aims to help over 20 million Nigerian households transition from firewood to cleaner liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) by 2035. Over 8 million LPG cylinders have been distributed so far, with a 20 naira per litre subsidy introduced to make the fuel more affordable. The administration is vigorously promoting clean energy access, particularly through the National Clean Cooking Gas Policy, designed to eliminate environmental and health outcomes while fostering social and economic growth. Number 6, Greening the Sahel Initiative. This initiative involves planting trees across the northern states to combat desertification, which is ravaging that area, and provide jobs for youth in Nigeria. In 2024 alone, over 10 million trees were planted across 10 northern states, engaging approximately over 500 young Nigerians. 500,000 young Nigerians. Thank you very much. Number 7, oil and gas sector reforms. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR has introduced measures to reduce gas flaring and promote cleaner production practices, resulting in a drop in gas flaring from 11% to 6% of the total output that is flaring. We have been flaring our gas, and several targets have been set severally, even since the 90s. But no successive government have been able to achieve it. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has successfully reduced from 11 to 6%. That's a great feat. Number 8, sustainability reporting. Nigeria has commenced the implementing worldwide sustainability reporting standard, launching an adaptation readiness roadmap to guide businesses towards comprehensive sustainability reporting standard. If you are doing something and you are not recording it, then it's as good as you are not doing it. And that's what Asiwaju has reported. Like some people are telling us, they were introducing the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So at an occasion when I traveled abroad and I needed to speak, and I told those white guys that in Nigeria, even before you came to introduce the 3 R's, reuse, reduce, and recycle, we have been reusing and we have been recycling. Since we were youth, when our mothers, even our grandmothers, when they buy a bottle of Coke or a bottle of whatever, they continue to reuse that, either to use for ekokupa, palm oil, or for kerosene, or for whatever. We have been reusing. But because it is not captured and recorded, then nobody is knowing that Nigeria has been doing all these things. And that is what Asiwaju is saying now. Sustainability reporting. Number 9, international cooperation. There have not been any president that Nigeria see. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in alignment with his renewed hope agenda, has attended several international gatherings on environmental sustainability and energy in the last 2 years, wherein he emphasized the importance of global cooperation in addressing sustainability challenges. We can't do it alone. A tree can never make a forest. And that's why we talk about international collaboration. And these are some of the notable events and gatherings that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has actually led a delegation, which has never happened. In 2003, our own, the Jagaban, and I dare say the Generalissimo of the Environment, led the Nigerian team to attend COP28 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, in December 2023. Let me skip the whatever. But he did that. By 2025, this year, he was also in Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week, where he actually participated in a session titled From Climate Imperative into Economic Prosperity, Economy for All, Bridging Africa with the Global Energy Future. He emphasized the importance of collective action in addressing sustainability challenges and highlighted Nigeria's effort to support the green energy transition. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu also participated in high-level virtual dialogue on environment, on climate and just transition. Our president urged the world leaders to demonstrate unity, courage, and sustained commitment in addressing the worsening global climate crisis. The meeting aimed to accelerate global climate ambition ahead of COP30, which is going to happen later this year by November in Brazil. Mission 300 African Energy Summit. Our great leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, led the delegation to attend this event at Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. The summit focused on providing access to electricity for over 300 million people in Africa by 2030. President Tinubu reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to providing reliable, affordable, and sustainable electricity to its electrified population by 2030 and signed the Dar es Salaam Declaration by himself. Number 10, ending open defecation. The government of Asiwaju has declared a commitment to ending open defecation by 2030 with a multi-pronged approach, including increasing access to sanitation facilities and promoting hygiene. Ladies and gentlemen, other significant strides in environmental sustainability made by Asiwaju within these 2 years include energy transition plan. Our own very dear president has outlined Nigeria's energy transition plan, ETP, as a roadmap to reaching net zero emission by 2060, targeting 5 core sectors: power, cooking, transportation, oil and gas. Our own industry falls under transportation. It also falls under environmental sustainability. The plan requires $410 billion in funding by 2060. Number 12, carbon market activation policy. Earlier in March this year, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration finalized the Nigerian carbon market activation policy. This is expected to unlock up to $2.5 billion by 2030 in high integrity carbon credits and related investments to provide long-term sustainable green funding for several sectors, including our very own waste and environmental management projects. Number 13, Global Climate Change Investment Fund. The administration is also working on establishing a global climate change investment fund to blend public and private capital, de-risk green infrastructure, and finance clean energy solution, including our very own circular economy initiatives. Number 4 and number 14, sovereign green bond. Nigeria, under our own Generalissimo of Enviroment, became the first country in Africa to initiate funding of green projects. When we say green project, it includes all waste management activities and so many other ones, including agriculture and all that, through sovereign green bond proceeds, with the third issuance currently in progress. They have done 2. It's the third now that is currently going, the first in Africa. Number 15, ladies and gentlemen, Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, PINCG. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration launched this program, which aims to provide cheaper and cleaner fuel alternatives to Nigerians, particularly in the transportation sector, following the removal of the fuel subsidy and the regulation of the petroleum products. Waste collection trucks and other equipment will also benefit from this initiative. Already, since last year, we have done a letter to His Excellency, and we are getting positive response that some of our trucks that are convertible will be converted, and of course, we are also working on the deployment of CNG trucks on our roads in Lagos State. Now, what are the key objectives of this initiative? Number 1, to reduce transportation costs. Utilize abundant natural resources, the gas, to drive down transportation costs for all Nigerians. Cleaner emission, which is also to save the environment. deliver a cleaner alternative to PMS, which we call petrol and diesel. These are what we call fossil fuel. Meeting Nigeria's national determined contributions commitment is also going to create a lot of job creation. It is expected to create and transfer, technology locally to youth and women, in manufacturing, even in our trucks. Some of our mechanics, some of our artisans are going to be trained on how they handle our compacting trucks, especially the one that are going to be using the CNG. So it is also an avenue for training and retraining and skills acquisition for some of our drivers, some of our managers, and some of our supervisors too, including us, that would also like to know what is making noise inside the radio. So, investment, it is also going to bring some investment to stimulate investment in Nigerian gas market and develop sustainable markets locally for all of us to enjoy. Conversion initiative. This program offers free or heavily discounted conversion of existing fossil fuel powered engines to CNG powered engine. And of course, our trucks are also covered in this place because our trucks are currently using diesel. Some of our smaller trucks are using petrol. And the federal government we are working also with LOMA to ensure that for those that are convertible, those trucks will be converted so that it will bring down the cost of our fueling at least by over 50%. Asiwaju has done that. CNG platform deployment program, which aims to deploy 5,500 CNG and biofuel vehicles along major transit corridor and finance over 200,000 new CNG buses and tricycles by 2027. CNG funding schemes. This seeks to raise about 25 million US dollars in the pilot phase and 75 million US dollars by the end of 2034 and $250 million by the end 2024 and by the end of 2027. These are initiatives that will bring more money into the pockets of Nigeria. Number 16, which is the last but not the least, is climate smart agriculture. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is currently implementing smart agricultural practice to provide food security while minimizing environmental harm or hazard. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, these initiatives, as highlighted above, demonstrates President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's total commitment to environmental sustainability, sustainable waste management, and circular economy, aligning with his renewed hope agenda on job and wealth creation, poverty reduction and alleviation, sustainable development, industrialization, etc., etc. We therefore celebrate our grand patron and the Generalissimo of the Environment on this landmark achievement. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Like I said, we are apolitical. So this is not about politics. But you see, we are all political animals. So we all belong to one political party or the other. But we know where we belong to. So, in eulogizing our great leader, we know our people are always happy with it. So I commend you, ladies and gentlemen. We are therefore undisputable, assured that it can only get better and tastier, because to make an omelette, eggs must be broken. So currently eggs are being broken. It's not easy. We are really, all of us are in the country. It's this and that. Yes, the country has actually gone bunkum, and to repair what has gone so terribly bad, a bricklayer will break down some part of the house and all that. But like we use an example of eating an omelette. Omelette is sweet, but before you can eat an omelette, you have to break the egg. And in the course of breaking the egg, there will be some tita, there will be some riro. I don't know how to translate that in English. There will be some little pains, but we are consoled. Our collective hope is therefore renewed and reinvigorated, believing that the rest of this term and the next term, by the special grace of the Almighty God and the benevolence of Nigerians, will totally transform Nigeria to one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Collectively. Zolo, thank you very much. I always appreciate you. So, collectively, here present, and with over 1 million direct and indirect job opportunities, employment opportunities that we have created in Nigeria, across Nigeria, we are praying for our great leader, our grand patron, the Generalissimo of the Environment, that the Almighty God will continue to grant Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu long life with good health, sound mind, divine wisdom, knowledge, and direction to navigate and transform this great country, Nigeria, back to the land that flows with greatness, with prosperity for all, and power among the community of nations. Congratulations once again, sir. Long live Asiwaju, the Generalissimo of the Environment, our grand patron. Long live Nigeria. Long live our thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We shall stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. Stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, Bola. On your mandate, Bola. On your mandate, we shall stand. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate all of you. I think they are going to organize something for you, so please stay put. While we grant a few interviews to the members of the press. Thank you. Music, please. Thank you. Members of the media, please. Members of the media, please. Where are those people?
Print media want to do open question. The electronic media, they want
Yes.
one-on-one.
So the print media, they tell you are the one that wants to do open question. Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Tajidin Adebanjo from the Nation Newspaper Award. Looking at your speech, we deduct that you are already endorsed as a president for the Center for Leadership. If yes, sir, is it not too heavy? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a very nice question. A very smart one for that matter. So, what we are doing here today is endorsement of his achievement that he has achieved so far, right? But if it sounds as if it is endorsement for the coming election, so be it, because he has done what we have seen, and we can say that we are assured that he will do better. But it is not an endorsement, but it is also you call it endorsement, so be it. But we have only endorsed him. I mean, he's our grand patron since 2018, and he has never let us down. And we can always lose Lagos. 2008, thank you. He has been our grand patron, and since then, he has never let us down as an association. This is a professional association, ladies and gentlemen, and we are apolitical, right? However, what has Asiwaju done? When you ask us, he transformed Lagos from one of the deadliest cities in the whole world to a state that became a role model not only in Nigeria, as I mentioned in my speech, but all over Africa. So we are rest assured that he can replicate that across the states in Nigeria, working with the state government. Have I answered your question, sir? Thank you very much. So, thank you very much. Any other question? Who is asking another question, please? Okay.
My name is Shakira. You mentioned about
sustainability goals or prevent sustainability goals. Could you clarify? When we have to deal with sustainability goals, they are not in there. I want you to tell us also the challenges we are facing. Okay, when we're talking about sustainability goals in Nigeria concerning cleaning, we've not got to that stage. So I want you to tell us about the challenges we are facing to go to them.
The bottlenecks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that question. Your medium is Vanguard, right? Guardian. So, in every endeavor of life, as long as we are human beings, there will be some bottlenecks, there will be some challenges. Indeed, the environment in which management has its own share of the bottlenecks. So, because we are talking nationally, I don't want to limit it to like states. There are challenges, and those challenges, we believe, with the intervention of our grandchildren, they are being handled. They are being handled. You understand? Most of the challenges you can only talk about funding, which is key, and in what I read out, you understand? I mean, once you have sustainable funding, which is single digit interest rate, you know there are development funding that can, because okay, let me say this to you. Effective and efficient waste management is pre-healthcare services. And what we are doing, all of us are actually essential service providers. Because once your waste is effectively collected and treated, it will reduce the prevalence of all manners of diseases. No malaria, no rash that will cause Lassa fever, no cholera, all manners of these things. So, and that's why we always advise government to say, spend more on environmental management and spend less on health issues. Because since we are young, they taught us about the fact that prevention is cheaper than cure. So, adequate budgetary allocation, adequate private sector investment that is low, and that's why we are talking even to the federal government to say our oga at the top, what this industry needs is a simple digit special intervention to be able to buy more equipment, to be able to buy more equipment, to be able to deploy modern technology, innovations, to be able to handle waste and treat them accordingly. So, we believe technology is also a challenge. But thank God for this association. In Nigeria today, this association is recognized not only in Nigeria, but globally. We are partnering with quite a number of international organizations that is supporting the association to deploy the latest technology. So we are concerned and believe that with the proper intervention of our Oga at the top, that is the president, challenges we know and challenges we will discuss are not for too much public whatever. Thank you very much. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Robert Awa from Philippines. Sir, I read through your speech, and it's a fantastic one. It actually addresses the policies and the government of President Bola Ahmed. But my question is all the policies and programs that you outlined that are directly connected to what you do. I don't want to ask, what is the association doing to ensure that these policies are being understood by the grassroots. Because I know your network, I know how light you are, and I know how strong you are as far as the grassroots is concerned. But not many people know about these policies, know about this program. So what are you taking as an administration to ensure that the grassroots know about these things and understand these policies and they affect them? Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, TDC. As you know, us at this association, we are very, very, very media friendly. And like you now, we have come a very long way, personally and also as an association. Likewise, most of the media that is represented here. Currently, we are sensitizing the grassroots. And I want to thank you also for recognizing our strength. This association have, especially in Lagos and all other states that we cover, we do house-to-house waste collection. And in doing that, our crew also by extension educate and sensitize the tenement on waste handling, trying to show the nexus between the waste that they generate and their health, trying to tell them this, to say our very existence in life is dependent on the environment that we live in, and to also try to sensitize people that it is what we give to the environment that the environment gives back now. We are doing that. At the level of it, we are encouraging our members to do that, and we continue to also run promos on radio every now and then. We target the grassroots, especially Mr. Bondef, which is what's that Coco Nuwero and some other grassroots, because they just want that targeting grassroots like Wazobia FM and all the rest. We target them because those are the ones that will speak your language. So we are doing that, and I can assure you it can only get better. We will intensify that. You understand? But the most important thing is also working with our leader to ensure that, because fund is always a major problem. As you know, you are a media man. It's all cheap, to do stuff. So, well, we will continue to do what we need to do. Thank you very much.
Sir, please, I want to point my camera there.
Thank you very much. My name is Mr. Wahab. My question is simple. I want to respond to critics. Those in the position about some of the midterm achievements we have laid out to us today. Critics believe that President Bola
I'm struggling hearing you, sir.
Sir?
I'm struggling hearing you. Come closer. Come closer.
Critics believe that the economic situation when President Bola Tinubu took office is exacerbated. They become more hungrier, more poor. Some do not believe that, they should be undergoing this pain. They are undergoing. What I need to say, we have the information, the fluctuation of the naira, and all that, food prices and all that. These are the position of the critics. What have you to say about the position of the president?
Thank you very much, sir. First of all, I would like to clarify. I'm not going to pretend and present myself as the spokesperson of His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Neither am I a spokesperson of his party? However, as a Nigerian who live in Nigeria, as a Nigerian who live in Nigeria, who work in Nigeria, who have invested heavily in Nigeria, who have also employed massively in Nigeria, and who is also privileged to be leading one of the most productive associations and the essential service provider. I can just say my view, my personal view. Indeed, when Asiwaju took over, Nigeria was already in comatose. Everybody knows that. That was an era where, for whatever reason, our foreign exchange was. Right now, I want to correct you. Our foreign exchange is not fluctuating any longer. It's stabilized because it's deregulated. That is what it should be. A situation whereby at that period, you see, we are living a cosmetic life then. I'm sorry. Some of our other gender, they put on pancake, put in everything. You know, they put somewhere. But it's good to make them look nice. That was what Nigeria was doing. Applying, foundation, applying bases and all that. And then before we now put the name, so sorry, thank you. I'm not taking that bias. But I'm just using that as illustration. Nigeria was sick. How do you explain people going to the central bank, and it was a cartel? They would buy the dollar at the rate of 400, 500 naira per dollar, and without getting anything, without going to any, even without touching what they said they have bought. In fact, it was not bought, it was only allocated, and then they are selling it at 900. That is racketeering. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. That was what Asiwaju addressed and said, this thing cannot continue. It is not. And so, he said, the dollar should be exactly what it should be. Our normal rate at the international level. Take for instance again, the deregulation of the petroleum products. Some people would claim to have brought whatever petroleum product into Nigeria. Till today, they are still persecuting those who are doing round tripping. Corruption around what we call subsidy. So the subsidy that should have gone to you and I are being cornered by very few people on the account that they have brought ghost fuel that they didn't bring, and federal government was paying heavily. Asiwaju said no. And you know what is happening now? That subsidy that he removed has translated to all state governors receiving the triple of what they were receiving before. Are you not aware of that? Interview governors, they will tell you that what they are receiving now as their monthly allocation, that is where all those stoppage of what goes into some people's pocket, it is now going to you and I. Let's go back and hold our governors, and that is what Asiwaju is telling us. All of us are focusing on the federal government. There are so many projects and programs that are on concurrent list. So yes, like I said in my speech, you want to eat an omelette, you must break an egg. I was taught when I was young, because I'm a Yoruba man, a proud man for that matter, even though I have an Hausa blood flowing in me, and I have the brain and the sense of an Igbo man. My name is Chukwuemeka Felix Chukwuemeka Adebola. I lost my voice. The state governors and the rest of the people are getting there. We are going to be talking to them so that they can do what actually is saving for us. Thank you very much. And let me add this, let me add this, for those that understand Yoruba people says, Tita, Rivo, La Kola, Toba Tinoto, Ugerida. Let me try and translate that. In those days, that it was a sign of beauty, that your beauty is measured by the tribal marks and all that, of our great whatever. When they are making that incision, the tribal mark for you, it is always very painful. The Yoruba man will tell you it's always very painful. Hausa man will tell you it is very painful. But when it is healed and it becomes beauty, you become the pride of everybody. So we are right now at the point of the incision and column or one. When it is healed, will become the pride of many nations. Thank you very much. I think we are done with the questions, right? Great. So I want to thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, once again, especially the members of the press, our remark elders, and everybody for attending this big event and showing solidarity with our grand people, the Generalissimo of the Environment, and the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic, or Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We will never let him down. And we know he is also not going to let us down. We are sure of that. We will never let us down. He's a performer and we will continue to follow him. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Switch call. That's it. Now we'll do the interview. We'll do the interview for the TVs that are here, and then we'll come back. Sister White.